entire body. You can take this practice with you on a daily. You can do it anywhere. So hop on your mat and we're gonna get right into this practice. We're gonna start in Balasana, which is child's resting posture, to get into the hips and the lower back. So we're gonna go onto the hands and the knees. Okay. Feel free to keep your knees apart, hip distance, and all you're gonna do is track back, hips towards the heels. You're gonna push into your yoga mat with your hands to help get the hips back. So this is called traction. Traction is one of your best friends in yoga. So you're gonna rest down here. You can have your legs quite wide if you're quite stiff in the hip flexors. Okay, and then pull the belly up. I don't want you to slouch into the lower back. The goal here is to release the lower back. You need to contract the stomach muscles, all right? Relax your forehead down. Once your forehead is relaxed down, you can turn the head slowly side to side. Why? This is stimulating the frontal lobe. You're just getting a release and awakening through the front forehead here. We're gonna come to center. I'm gonna get you to walk over to the left side with your hands staying shoulder distance apart. Hips stay where they are. It's simply the upper body. You're moving through the rib cage like an accordion. So visualize an accordion as it stretches open and as it coils in. You're gonna feel this stretch pretty intensely down the right side of the body. Now I want you to relax the right arm down, armpit toward the floor, and that will increase the stretch. You'll note this already if you're in it. Take a breath in, relax the forehead. Exhale. Keep pushing into the hands to allow the traction for your hips to sit back toward the heels. More breath here. And relax. Inhale, you're gonna come back through center. Pause. And then you're gonna come over to the right side, okay? So you're gonna lose my hands here, but no big deal. And then you're just stretching. All good. Shoulder distance apart, okay? And oh, it's okay. Thanks. And then you're going to relax the left arm down, armpit toward the floor. Okay? Both arms are relaxing, but the more you relax the arm that's closer to you, stretch it out. You'll feel this in the left side. Please keep engaging through your stomach muscles, okay? Don't sit in the back. Rest the forehead down. Try to protect the lower back here. Stretch it out. More big breaths in. Take an inhale. And take an exhale. One more. And exhale. Inhale through the center and pause. We're going to move our bodies right into our downward facing dog. So with downward facing dog, come back up onto the hands and the knees. Okay. Hands, arms are shoulder distance apart. Okay. And what you're going to do is lean forward, tuck your toes, hip distance apart, and push through the arms as you round your back and lift your hips. And then you'll note that your hips are going to rise towards the ceiling, and then your legs are going to go back, heels down toward the floor. Hip distance apart. Relax here.
Where's our cameraman?
Where's my cameraman? All good. So, please note, when you're in downward dog, notice the trunk of my body, okay? It's neutral, okay? That means I have firmness in the back, I have firmness in the front of the chest and stomach, okay? I'm not doing this. Don't do that, all right? It's not going to work for you. It's gonna create shoulder injury and it's gonna create back injury. You don't flare the chest. Pick up the trunk of the body, keep it engaged. The weight is even through the hands and the feet, okay? The arms and the legs. Trunk of the body starts to lengthen from the heels and from the hands. And it also sifts up towards the glutes, towards the ceiling, okay? You're not sitting in your back. Everything is engaged here. It is a resting pose, but it's a resting pose of engagement. The head is relaxed. Up side to side if you like. We're gonna play around with balance. What? Yeah. Take your left hand and reach it towards your right ankle. Left hand to right ankle. Okay, still maintaining. You're gonna phantom that this arm is still in place when it's not. So you don't wanna lean to the right side. You wanna keep the weight even, okay? Try it out. Release. And you're gonna switch. The right hand is now gonna go to the left ankle. Everything is still in this four-corner plank. Reach. Okay, try it out. And release. From here, you're gonna just step the right leg forward between the hands. A little kick with momentum, and you're gonna drop down onto the back knee. Unflex the toes here, untuck them, and stretch. If you need support, just get some blocks and elevate your hands here, okay? I'm tenting my fingers just to stay upright. What I want you to do is walk the right hip back. The knee gauges forward, the stomach is strong and firm, and you're pulling the hips forward. It's like I'm dragging my foot across the mat, okay? That's the feeling. You're not just sitting in your hips, you're powerful through pushing down to the mat, pulling the pelvis in nice and strong, lengthening the tailbone towards the floor, and keeping everything moving in towards the center, not falling and spreading wide open, okay? Everything is engaged. And this is how you start to get the stretch through the hip flexor. You're gonna feel it through the front of the thigh on the left. You're gonna feel it through the crease of the hip and into the hip bone. You're also gonna feel it into the front of the abdomen below the rib. The big area that the hips flexor covers, the psoas. We're gonna tuck the toes on the left side, and we're gonna lift up and swing the right leg back. Pause. Feels pretty good in there, eh? Left side, kick it forward, bit of momentum. Drop the back knee, the same rules apply. Untuck the toes, you're getting that traction. So again, it's if I'm pulling my leg forward with traction, okay? Press into the left foot. Everything is drawing in towards your center. You're squeezing in towards your inner thighs. The stomach is engaged. Again, if you need blocks, get blocks. Couple breaths here. Feel the stretch happening. If something feels too intense, you always rewind, okay? Don't go further. There's 3 forms of doing yoga postures, doing postures in general. The way you enter the posture, the way you do the posture in the moment, and exiting the posture. Those 3 elements, okay? Okay, injury-free practice. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, swing the leg back, pause. We're gonna work our way up to standing so that we can come into our sun salutation. Okay, relax here, breath. I want you to walk the hands towards the feet. So you're going backwards towards the back of the neck. Okay, first, hands towards the feet. A little bit of buoyancy in the knees, so a little bit of softness here, okay? Then I want you to tip the weight forward and catch the weight into your hands, okay? It doesn't even matter if you're way down here, if your hamstrings are super tight, you can still practice it. You can even have blocks. Head side to side. Hold your elbows. You're gonna come right up into standing, okay? Bring it out a little bit, and then relax the arms. Press through the feet, engage through the legs, engage through the stomach. Roll the shoulders up and back, and gaze forward. Okay? When you're standing, everything is neutral. The weight is even on either side of the body. The tailbone is drawing towards the heels, not overly, just to get an affirmative in the stomach muscle. So we're gonna do what we call the yogi walk to the front of our presenting here. So it's toe, lift through the heels, draw the heel down. So we'll start again, sorry. So you're gonna lift and down, alternate. Lift and down, alternate. Lift, oopsie. Practice with balance. Lift, and then the feet meet together. Surya Namaskara A, sun salutation. Let's do 3, okay? Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Best you can, just move as best you can. Inhale, final extension. Exhale, pull forward. Step back with your right leg, step back with your left leg. Already put your knees down if need be. Otherwise, shift the weight forward, shoulders on the back, strong belly, and we lower down. Palms come slightly forward. You're just gonna lift your chest up, drag your pelvis slightly forward. Exhale, bring your hands back by the ribs. Lift your chest up, bring your hips towards your heels, tuck your toes under, roll through the upper back, lift your hips, downward dog, 5 breaths, find positioning. Weight is even through the hands and arms, feet and legs. The trunk is neutral, strong. Head is relaxed. Let the gaze fall between your shins. Bend your knees, exhale. With a bit of momentum, step forward, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms rise up overhead. Body is strong, neutral. Exhale, Samasthiti, standing balance. We're gonna do that again, so if you wanna take that version that we just did, please do. Otherwise, we're gonna pump it up a little bit, okay? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Lift the weight forward in your fold. Inhale, come to an extension. Exhale, fold, step back, right leg, and step back, left leg. Put your knees down here. Otherwise, you come into your 4-limbed staff pose, prepping for Chaturanga Dandasana. Hover a foot from the floor, up and over, upward dog.
Ooh.
Strong through the arms and the legs.
Lots of cracks today.
Oh, that's good. When you come back, watch my feet. So I take my feet and I pull. At the same time, I round through my upper back, over, over, over. Then once my feet have met the other side, I prepare downward dog, 5 breaths. So your butt doesn't lift first when you're transitioning out. Roll through the shoulders and you're dominosing backward.
Kimberly, we have 80 people watching. You have anything special to say? Shout out. Smiles and waves.
Get on your yoga mat. Appreciate it. Hope you're on your mat. Hope you're having a great day or evening.
Guys, when we have lots of people watching, Kim smiles even more. She really does. And when you guys do the like spike, it's like, yee!
Like spike. I'll invert for you today.
Yeah, motivation.
Bend your knees, exhale. On the inhale, with momentum, step forward, your feet towards your hands. Come right into your extension and then exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up, arms rise. Down, Samasthiti. So take those 2 versions. The third one, we're gonna do a little bit more. We're gonna add some hops, okay? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come into spinal extension. Exhale, fold, sweep back. Right into Chaturanga. Inhale, big shoulder roll, upward dog, strong through the core. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths, pause.
We have to work on the audio, make it less tingy. It sounds so, what the word for it is, echoey. Probably because we don't have very much stuff on the walls.
Launch me a headset.
we can bring some tomato plants inside to help dampen the noise.
We're gonna jump forward, okay? So it's just a little bit of a hop with momentum. Okay, so you exhale, prepare. Then on your inhale, you float.
You want me to get you a headset, Kim?
Inhale, extend. No. Exhale, fold forward.
I thought it would be kind of cumbersome.
Inhale, arms up.
Maybe for your yoga practices, but not for skipping. It would be.
Exhale.
Wouldn't work.
Bit of resistance and release. Surya Namaskar B. We're gonna do 3. Okay? So Utkatasana, like you're gonna sit into a chair. I like to really bend forward and drop my hips as far as I can go. Why? So I can get into the hips. I take the opportunity. So I really elaborate on my Utkatasana, fierce warrior, known as your chair pose. Then you come up with a bend in the knees. Tailbone anchors, belly is a firm, strong. Arms up, stand tall, release, fold forward.
I'm gonna leave the camera.
Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step walker, float back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, or you can continue with your cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Pivot the left foot, lunge the right foot. Come warrior 1. The back foot's like a kickstand. It kind of like whoop, 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 wheels you up. Hips are forward, arms come up. Exhale, release. Take your vinyasa. Go at your own pace. If you're faster than me or slower, doesn't matter. As long as you're on your mat, pivot the right foot, lunge the left leg between the hands. Virabhadrasana, warrior 1. Come up, 1 breath, exhale. Cycle through your vinyasa.
Are you gonna be standing with your hands above your head?
Yes, I'm doing the Surya Namaskar B.
It's just hard because with the camera, I have to zoom right out for that, and with your angle, we catch the kitchen.
5 breaths here.
I know you don't want me to catch the kitchen in the picture.
Don't be playing. Nah.
You got it. Thank you.
Coming forward, bend your knees, exhale. On your inhale, step walker, float forward, feet towards the hands. Happens on an inhalation. Come into your extension. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Come up with a pause, a bend in the knees. Pull through the heels, lift through the arms, up. Exhale, release. So you can start to notice that you're getting a little bit hot now. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 more of those, okay? Take it at your own pace. Inhale, Utkatasana chair. This one I'll show a modification, okay? Just to be fair. You can come up here, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, come to your extension here. So I'm giving a little bit of modifications, depending on what kind of day you're having. Sometimes you just want to modify, and sometimes you need to modify. Exhale, right foot back. Exhale, left foot back. Drop your knees, go all the way down. Untouch your toes. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale. Lift your chest up, tuck your toes back, downward dog. This one I'll modify, okay? So lunging the right foot forward, drop your back knee. Arms stay apart, warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, come back. Bring the right leg to down dog. Drop your knees, lower down, untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, preparing for downward dog. Toes, up. Left leg between the hands, drop your back knee. Inhale. Exhale. Come back. Vinyasa. Everything is breath per movement. 5 breaths here. can step forward, your feet towards your hands. Up. Fold. Chair pose with a bit of a modification. Up. And exhale. Release. We're going to do one more. You can do it just like that, or you can follow along with the one that we did earlier. Okay? Chair pose. Exhale, fold.
You must have taught more than 500 hours.
Inhale, extend. In my life?
In your career?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Step or float back.
I was just looking at the qualifications for the 500 hours.
Inhale.
It's 300 hours after you've taught or 4 years after you've done your 200 hours.
Well beyond that.
Yeah. When did you get your 200?
When I was 22.
Wow.
I'm now 40.
You got your 200 hour training that many years ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Thought yoga.
20-some years.
No, I stopped. Well, not really actually, because now I'm doing it online. But yeah, so basically. Back. I'm an old lady.
Hey, that means you probably have more than 2,000 hours.
Gonna float forward. Inhale, momentum, float. Come right to your extension. Exhale, fold.
Probably should write all your qualifications.
Utkatasana. Lovely. Let's come into some standing balance. So the first one, we're gonna root Rediscovering. So we're gonna root through the left foot, spread the toes. If you need to hold a wall, you can go over to the wall, but don't lean into the wall. Just use it as a little bit of a helper for you, okay? Help you get the balance. You're gonna draw the right knee up. Left hand squeezes the side of the waist. Flex the foot, okay? Like you're gonna stomp down. Stay here, okay? And you can just open the leg to the side like this. Otherwise, go ahead and grab your big toe, extend, lift up through the crown and down through the foot to get the extension of the spine, okay? Lean back a little bit, almost like you're pushing your head into a wall. Breathe here, inhale. Keep it simple. So you're gonna open the leg to the right side or the knee. Go ahead. Once you do that, press your hip flexors forward slightly, okay? You can look forward or you can look to the opposite direction. Okay, you choose.
You're gonna get into some inversions for us today?
Oh yeah, why not?
Okay.
Play around with handstands. Okay. Back to center. Take your hands on either side of the waist. Keep your leg extended or the knee bent, okay? Breathe. Do 3 breaths. Keep it simple. Lift it up and release, okay? Shake it out maybe. Need to hula hoop the hips just to release into the other side. So beautiful where I am today. It's quite a tease right now. Root through the right foot. Again, you can hold the knee. The flexed foot, we don't want to leave the foot hanging there. We don't want to point the toe. Flex it, okay? Or you can grab your big toe, extend, squeeze the side of the waist. Breathe. Really try not to sit in the hip. Bring everything neutral so that you have the spreading of the toes is helping you engage the inner thigh as well. Because it's really easy to just kind of sit in the hip. Okay? Get out of that habit if that's happening. Maybe you don't even realize it's happening. Okay, don't honor the weight to one side. Neutral. Take the leg or the knee out to the side. Press the hips forwards. Keep the belly engaged, okay? You can stay forward with your gaze, or you can turn to the opposite side. Okay? Breathe. Inhale through center. Hold the side of the waist, keep the leg extended or the knee bent. 3 breaths. Release. Okay, let's take a nice vinyasa just to wipe the slate clean, prepare for new. We'll take a half vinyasa between sides and we'll do Virabhadrasana 3. So we're gonna do Warrior 3 with prayer hands in the back.
Kimberly,
Hi.
this Kimmy Rhodes, she's in a group called we're always in, Women Who Weightlift. My maiden name is Kimberly Beck.
That's awesome.
I didn't know there was another Kimberly Beck out there.
Aren't we the coolest?
That's so cool.
Exhale, separate float back. Inhale up. Exhale, come back. Prepare Warrior 3 with prayer hands just to get extra stretch, but I'll give you different models for that. Right leg comes forward. Keep your back leg just perched up on the toes, okay? You can bring your hands either here, here, or here, okay? Or you're gonna bring the hands behind you, back of the hands face each other. You're gonna roll, 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 roll up in between the shoulder blades. Roll the hands, pinky side touches first, then you dominoes through all the fingers, shoulders up and back. Lengthen your torso, stay here, or flex the foot and come up. 3 breaths. Keep your stomach strong. Slowly release, toe perches up, release the hands come down, leg goes back, take your vinyasa. Exhale back, left leg forward, same thing. Perch up on the back foot, bend forward, remember your arms here, here, or here, or you can take reverse prayer behind the back, getting that rotation through the upper shoulders. So really getting into the deltoids, the pecs, or the collarbones, right up between the shoulder blades. Once you're ready, torso's long, rooted leg is strong, and back leg flexes. It does not point, you flex it. We're doing posture. Strong. Mentally focus. Your eyes steady. And putting the foot down, bend forward, undo it. Release, step back. Vinyasa. Now up. We're going to come into Vashisthasana, which is a sage pose, side plank. So pause in your down dog. I'm going to get you to come down onto your knees. Hero's pose. Press onto the...
Can I zoom in for a bit?
Yeah, press onto the backs of your calf muscles. Just put the thumb right in the center of the calf. Once you do that, it just pinches the muscle open. Knees come together. Toes are flexed. Your pelvis falls in between the ankles, okay? Sit here for 5 good breaths so that we can rest the arms. We've been on the arms for a little bit right now. And then we're gonna come into Vashisthasana sage pose. And we're gonna add on some things from there.
So I'm just waiting for Philip DeFranco to follow. I expect by next week he challenged him out.
I suspect he'll be on the jump rope by then. And then on the yoga mat.
Yeah, I think that'd be great for him and his family.
Totally. 2 more breaths here. Nice and long through the spine. And then I'll let you go after a little while, let you go a time to play. But we're gonna play in handstands first. We're gonna calm it down. So again, this is just a nice mellow vinyasa practice that you can heat up the body, take with you anywhere, outside, inside, on the road, whatever you want to do. Let's come forward. We're going to come up. We're going to come forward into our plank. So I'll show you some modifications. Okay? If you don't want to be up on the whole arm like this, you can come down onto your forearm. That's totally fine, okay? But I'm going to teach it that you're on your hand. Okay? When you do this posture, you want to make sure that, I'll show you on the other side, that you're not just in your arm, you're not just in your wiggly arm. Your shoulder girdle needs to support the chest. So watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put my shoulder blade on my back, okay? So that now I'm super strong and supported through the upper chest, okay? I'm not like this pushing out of my body. I'm actually absorbing into the body and pressing into the earth. I use my whole upper chest for this, okay? So note that. Options. You can do this. Thigh, knee, ankle in line, tuck the toe, okay? You can be just like this. Maybe you want to hold the waist, maybe you want to be here. Okay, you can do, this is great modification, okay? Otherwise, you can come up, you can stack the one foot in front, here or here, okay? Let's go for 5 breaths, and I'm going to show you the full pose. Dashisasana sage pose. Flex the feet, do not point the toes. Flex, turn your bottom side slightly up. 5 breaths. Five. Maintain it. Take the big toe. You can extend forward, okay, or you can extend up. Let's do this for 3 breaths. Woo. Release. Whoops. Move back into a plank. 4-limb staff pose. You can rest in child's pose here, friends, or you can take your vinyasa. However you feel. I know it's a lot in the arms. That's how you build. Pause. And sit back. Hero's pose. Or you can stay in your child's pose. But bring your arms back here if that's where you're going, okay? I'm gonna go in hero's pose, so I don't want to really rest too much right now. Take a couple breaths. And we're gonna do that on the other side, okay? So remember the modifications. Okay, once we do the posture for 5 breaths, we're gonna up it for 3, right? So get into your position, put your shoulder blade on your back body, so you got that supported the chest. Okay, you're not just in your arm. Then you come, set it up, 5 breaths. Stay strong. Stay lifted. The key is don't droop, stay lifted in the waistline. Really breathe. Okay, crease it, grab the big toe, extend forward, or you can come up. 3 breaths.
Dr. Emmett Shin says awesome. Mitsudo says nice.
Thank you.
From Yoga Institute.
Take your vinyasa. Thanks, everybody.
And our viewers from Everest Yoga Institute.
Hello, Everest Yoga Institute. How are my
Kinda
people?
late. It's got to be almost 10 o'clock there at night.
Don't do this practice, you won't be able to sleep.
Hey, Shailene, thank you for following.
Thanks, Shailene.
Sharish and Akshita and Dan.
Couple breaths here. Stay in your downward dog. I'm just gonna spiral around.
Oliver and Meet.
You drop into your heels, or your knees, sorry. Bring back your waist into your heels, your hips, and then bring the hands back. Grab onto your heels and pull on your heels so you get this wicked traction in your lower back. Relax your head. Okay, we're gonna have a little bit of fun here. We're gonna do a little, like, see, with vinyasa, you can be very creative with your choreographing. So you can make these really kind of dance-like moves that are really pretty and fun, but safe, okay? So we're just gonna get into the inner thighs. And this is something that I like to play around with just when I'm getting into the inner thighs. I like to do a lot of movement. So we'll come into standing, okay? And we're gonna do a lot of up, down, side, side, up, down, side, side, just for a little while. So come right into your standing position. Nice wide legs on your yoga mat. We're gonna move through the center, and then we're gonna go over to the back of the mat, and we're gonna move through the center, and we're gonna go to the front of the mat, and then we're gonna handstand it out, okay? So we're gonna get the inner thighs going. So all I want you to do is just come forward, soften the knees, okay? You're just gonna bend side to side. I'm just gonna start to play around with my arms. You can do the same thing. I'm gonna do it really slow. I'm gonna turn my foot, okay? I'm gonna play around here. Getting into the thighs, no big deal. It's just a fun way to do it. The flow of the body, and just start to feel your body move, and just see how you can let go. Don't judge. Don't worry about the way it looks. The way it... Then come back over to the back of the mat, turn. I'm gonna lunge. I'm gonna go as deep as I can. I'm gonna turn my foot open. You'll see it on the other side as well. And I'm just gonna move the arm around. Staying very, very strong in my core. Okay, I'm gonna come back through center. Same motion. So this is all about getting into the inner thighs, getting into the hips. Come around, forward, drop in, relax. I'm turning my foot open just to protect the knee, just so I can get deeper into the hips safely. Just having fun. You can do that in yoga, it's freedom. Come back to center. Coming forward, bring it back, all the way to the floor, and rest. Move the hips around, just see the freedom going on in the body. Okay, just before we come into practicing inversions, whether you get there or not, it doesn't matter. It's practice and play. Okay, some days you have a good day, some days you're just like, I don't have any balance at all. I'm with you. Let's just bring the hands behind the lower back. If you're not able to get there, it's totally cool. Bring them down, palms face down. You're gonna push up and just stretch the chest. Okay, otherwise, interlace your fingers behind your lower back, roll your shoulders back, point your toes, strong legs, lift up. I'm just swaying side to side so I get deeper into my pecs, into my collarbones. I want to have that stretched open. Invert. Up. Okay. Come onto your knees for a second. Inversions, I'll just do a quick one, okay? Quick little, this is what to expect. Now, inversions, when you go into handstand, the feeling is you want to push your chest away and be in your arms. Not the case. You want to bring your heart, your chest, in towards the center of your hands, and your gaze looks out beyond your hands. And what you want to do is have your whole upper shoulders, your shoulder blades are on the back, and then you stabilize. So you're not pushing out of the body, you're engaging into the body, while your hands become a pair of feet. So I want you to get a sense of that like this. Come on your hands and your knees. Bring the heart between the thumbs, the chest, and push away, and then put your shoulder blades on your back. And then look slightly out in front of you like a foot. Okay, this is the feeling. From here, keep it engaged, tuck your toes, I want you to lift your hips up. And don't come out, stay in. I just want you to see, get an understanding of body weight over your hands. Okay, so you just play around with this. Onto the tips of your toes, get perched up, get that feeling of what it's gonna be like to have the weight on your arms, okay? And then you can relax. Come into standing and play around with that. If you're more comfortable to go to a flat surface like a wall, do it. But what I'm gonna say is, don't kick up the wall and go boom, boom with your feet. Go whoop, and have control. Okay, so we're gonna play. You do you, I'll do me. And we're just gonna play for, you know, a couple of rounds. And that's it. So you can start, some people like to start from down here and do it, and some people like to start from up here and do it. So just keep this in mind when you go for it. Spread your fingers nice and wide.
Like a music video dance move.
Yeah, and press into the tips of your fingers. Stay strong. If you feel like you're gonna fall over, cartwheel out and have some blankets or big pillows around you so you don't hurt yourself. If you're feeling that you're ambitious and you want to try this out, and that might be the case, okay? Have some cushions. I don't care if you get your couch cushions around you, just have some safety.
Kim, you're 75 away from 3,000.
Okay, let's invert.
Let's do it.
You go up on a inhale. So it's a inhale. When you find it, you exhale. Strengthen the posture, the feeling of freedom. Freedom, baby. Let's go for it. Yeah, I'm used to falling out. I'll meet you when you're done. I'll give you a little bit more time. And I'll meet you down on your bottom. So when you're ready, come through. Sit down. Whew, it makes you hot. We're gonna end the practice. So I want you to come into a seated forward fold. Glutes back, okay? And get deep to the posture. You need to have your knees slightly bent. Totally cool. If you need to elevate your bottom up on a cushion, great. Whatever you gotta do, okay? Seated forward fold. We never do this. This is not cool. So what you wanna do is engage the legs. The toes are up and slightly toward you. These are strong. You inhale, get slightly forward already in your body, okay? Your pelvis. You wanna inhale, and you exhale through the stomach, and your belly touches the thighs first. You're already gonna start to feel this release in the spinal extensor muscles along your lower back, which is great. Wherever you can get to. Then you breathe in again, and you exhale. Maybe you can go deeper. So then what happens is your lower ribs are now touching on the thighs. Stomach is still there. So you're sandwiching your body towards your thighs. You can get a little deeper. Grab onto your outer arches. Elbows bend down, shoulders roll back. Now your chest, your heart is drawing towards the thighs. Okay? If you can go a little deeper, and you go and you see if you can wrap your arms, your hands around the soles of the feet, down, walking your hips back, and then you relax your head. Really engage your stomach muscles, help you come forward. Slowly release. We're just going to reverse that into Uttanasana reverse plank. So my hands are coming 1 foot behind my back. Fingers are facing towards the hips. You're going to lift up, press the feet flat, legs come together, and you lengthen up. Watch my shoulders. I'm going to roll them open. Okay? 5 breaths here, or feel comfortable, you can relax your head. If you don't have neck issues, you have neck issues, Don't do this. Pull it down. I lift my head last. Watch. I lift up. And I cater my head forward out of the palm. We're going to come and lie down onto the back. Support yourself.
Oh my goodness, somebody put an angry symbol on. Samantha, what have we done?
Oh, it's all good.
There's some love.
Lie
Yogi
down.
Seaman Gill says she shows love.
Thank you. Lengthen your head here, and then you're going to grab onto your right shin and draw in towards your ribs. Okay? Keep the leg pretty relaxed. Unwinding. You can turn the head side to side if you like. I'm going to take this same leg, I'm going to release my back now, my lower back. I'm going to hook the toe behind my knee and then draw the knee over to the left side as my opposite arm reaches out. I don't really like to turn my head in this direction, the opposite way. I like to just look up. You're going to get a release down the back of your spine.
Well, thank you, Nita and Ali and Harpreet
Thank you.
for following.
Thank you for following.
We're very close to 3,000, Kimberly.
Yay!
You're within 50.
Woo!
51 people more.
Slowly release.
That's been a good 16 weeks, 17 weeks
Oh, yeah.
of building.
Bend your knees, draw your knees together, widen your feet, and just do an alternating. Here. You're gonna feel this on the gluteus. Great.
Andy, Anthony, Janolu,
Feet together,
Ali,
right leg extends.
Kavitha, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Left leg comes in below the knee or on the shin. You draw in, nothing too crazy. Right? We're really just relaxing here. So breathe in. As you exhale, you massage the leg towards your rib cage.
Why, thank you, Nita.
Thank you, Nita.
Tell us. Very pretty name. Or is it Nidia? Nidia?
Maybe Nadia.
Nadia?
Thank you all. Thank you for your support. Really appreciate it. Now you're going to take your foot, your toes behind your knee, and you're going to roll over to the right side with your pelvis. Okay. This is going to stay as neutral as possible. Left arm extends. Look up. Breathe in. Back to center. This time you're going to take happy baby pose. Up, nice and wide. Okay. Maybe you're behind the knees. Okay. I want the shoulder blades on the mat. I don't want them up here. Maybe you can reach your lower shins towards the ankle. Okay. Maybe you could reach your outer arches. So notice my arms, my forearms are always facing open. They're never doing this when you're in the child's pose or the happy baby pose, okay? Always open through the chest. So the shoulder blades go down, okay? And then maybe you can take your peace fingers, grab onto the big toes, seal your fingernail with your thumb, and draw it down. Okay, so whatever stage you're at, maybe you want to do a little rocker. Maybe you want to extend. Ooh, that feels nice. Straddle a little bit. However you can get the best release. Okay. And knock this down. So where you're at on your mat is where I've placed you. I want you to stay right here, your Shavasana. I'm gonna sit up.
When we hit 10,000 followers, we have to have it's like a milestone.
We'll have a
We need to do
party?
something special. Yeah. But
We'll have a
when we
virtual
hit
party?
3,000 when we hit 3,000 followers, would you like to do maybe like a giveaway and for say a one-on-one lesson with somebody with Zoom or something like that?
Always, always.
Yeah, like
always open to doing practices. So leave your comments below on like postures you want to learn something about. Maybe there was something in the practice today that resonated with you and you want to learn more about it. That's fine too. Thank you for all the likes, and please keep liking, follow our page, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and share the videos. Really appreciate seeing you on a weekly basis. Stay in your Shavasana. That's where I left you. Stay there for a good 2 more minutes and rejuvenate, because you need to be the best version of yourself. Be the best version of yourself. This is all good in here. Then you can be awesome out there for everyone else, and just open up the light of positivity. Okay? Be kind to one another.